This tutorial will introduce a basic data preparation use case to make you more familiar with the different steps required in building a data flow and the different possibilities that are offered. From the Qlik Cloud Analytics Activity Center, select Create, and then select Data Flow. Give a name to the data flow, and then select a space in which you want to create it. When done, click Create. Go to the editor and select Browse Catalog to start looking at datasets that have been added to your catalog. Select the dataset you want to include and click Next. Review the datasets and their fields in the summary and click Load into Data Flow. Both source datasets are added to the canvas, and you can start preparing the data using processors. The first step is to reduce the scope of the dataset and focus on US-based customers only. To do so, we use the filter processor to select only the rows that have a USA value in the country field. In the Properties panel, give the processor a more meaningful name, such as US Filter, and a short description, like Filter on US customers, for example. In the Field to Process drop-down list, select Country. In the Operator drop-down list, select Equals. In the Use with Field, select Value and enter USA. In the Select Rows That Match list, select All Filters. When done, click Apply. Click Preview Data in the bottom panel. Looking at the preview, you can see that only the rows with USA as a country have been kept at this stage and will be propagated in the output flow. The State field contains the state of origin, but as a 2-letter code. You would like to make this information easier to read with ideally the full name of the state. The states dataset that you've imported as source earlier happens to contain a reference of all the US states with the 2-letter codes, as well as the corresponding full name. You will perform a join between these two datasets to retrieve the state names and complement your main flow. To perform the join, click the Action menu of the filter processor and select Add Processor to Matching Branch, then select Join. Rename the processor, giving it a meaningful name. Then connect the state's source to the join processor's bottom anchor point. In the Join Type drop-down list, select Left Outer Join. In the Left Key drop-down list, select the State field. In the Right Key drop-down list, select the Abbreviation field. When done, click Apply. With the Left Outer Join, only the additional fields from the second dataset are added to the main flow. The table now shows the state full name. There are now several problems with the naming and formatting of your columns. State and state are too similar and confusing, and the two fields are too far apart. To improve the consistency and uniformity of your fields, you can use the Select Fields processor to rename and move fields around. Let's rename one field as State Code and the other as State Name. When done, click Apply. Opening the preview, you can see the two columns are now renamed and can now be easily distinguished. Let's now give a meaningful name to this processor. In order to highlight the customer's last names and make it easier to tell them apart from first names, you will use a simple formatting function of the strings processor to put last names in uppercase. Rename the processor in the Properties panel. In the Function Name drop-down list, select Change to Uppercase. In the Fields to Process drop-down list, select Contact Last Name. When done, click Apply. Click the preview to see the result. As you can see, the last names are now in uppercase. The main preparation steps are done, and you can now finalize the data flow by configuring how to export the resulting data. In this scenario, you'll export the prepared data as a QVD file stored directly in your catalog, making it convenient to use in an analytics app later, for example. Rename the processor, and in the Space drop-down menu, select the space in which you want to store your file. Add a name for the file, and select one of the available extensions, in this case, QVD. When done, click Apply. Your data flow is now complete and valid, as shown by the status in the header bar and the green ticks under each source, processor, and target node. Click the Run Flow button. Once the run has successfully completed, the output of your data flow can now be found in your catalog or in the Output section of the Data Flow Overview panel. And that concludes this video. Thanks for watching.